The cheap plastic book cover, simple keyboard, and substantial weight are easily overlooked. The sluggish trackpad and Medicore display, on the other hand, are insufficient justifications for a gaming laptop. Hardcore gamers will be disappointed, but those on a tight budget will be delighted talking about both of the laptops. So let's start a comparison between Acer Nitro 5 and Lenovo Legion 5. If we talk about the design and the build quality of the laptops, the Acer Nitro 5, Acer's largest budget PC gaming machine, meets all of your portable gaming needs. With this gaming laptop, you'll have more options for a low-cost laptop capable of handling more demanding PC games. You will notice how much of an impact this restrained approach has had on the design of the Lenovo Legion 5. Those who haven't yet developed a taste for RGB will undoubtedly appreciate the Legion's 5 more mature design, but it weighs 2.4 kg and lacks a cold front dual blower system that could keep noise below the 47 dB required for a headset. If we talk about the performance and specifications of the laptops, then let me tell you, accept little from the Acer Nitro 5 because it is a low quality cost gaming laptop. Due to the limitations of its RAM, CPU and GPU, it is unlikely that newer AA games, the blockbuster titles in the gaming world, will run smoothly at their highest settings. A good example for design and specifications would be the Lenovo Legion 5. The Legion 5 does, however, have one distinguishing feature. AMD Advantage laptops include the latest HP Omen 16 and Asus ROG Strix G15 models, which all use the most recent AMD Radeon GPU and Ryzen CPU processors. The Radeon RX 6600M and Ryzen 7 5800H are the respective processors. The question is whether it works. Although the gaming performance of the Legion 5 is comparable to that of an RTX 3060 laptop with the same specifications, I wouldn't say it's significantly better or worse. Despite its lack of originality, the Legion's 5 display and low price make it an excellent choice for casual gamers in the market for a new gaming laptop. Now, if we talk about the most important part, the gaming part, so let me tell you, to be fair, the game compares favorably to the less intense Quantum Break, which is a few years older than Nier. When playing this game at its highest settings, there is no noticeable frame rate drops or performance issues. This laptop can play the most demanding games on the market at a lower resolution. However, their gaming experience will be lower quality because these games will not look as good on a high-end PC. This laptop has more than enough power for 1080p gaming, but it isn't quite as good as RTX 3060 laptop with comparable specs to the Lenovo Legion 5. Even if the Legion 5's display performance isn't spectacular, it could be a good choice for your next gaming laptop. Now, if we move on to the battery life of the laptops, surprisingly, the Acer Nitro 5's battery life outperforms that of a low-cost gaming laptop. Even at 50% brightness, the Guardians of the Galaxy laptop's battery lasted only 3 hours and 20 minutes, which is typical for gaming laptops. Previous reviews stated that Asus Strix Scar Edition, which is more expensive and performs better than this one, only lasted 2 hours and 15 minutes. There are, of course, a number of variables to consider here. For starters, the CPU and GPU in the Strix Scar Edition were more powerful. Despite being less powerful than the Nitro 5, the Nitro 5 uses the 8th generation Intel Core processor that consumes less power due to efficiency. If we move on to the final verdict of which laptop is the best one for you, then let me give you the final answer. Despite being a low-cost laptop, the Acer Nitro 5 lacks the processing power and build quality of a high-end gaming machine. Another obvious flaw is a trackpad that isn't up to everyday use, let alone gaming. However, the truth is that in most cases you get what you pay for. You can't really expect too much for the price, especially when it comes to computer components. If you are a die-hard gamer with stringent requirements, look elsewhere. However, if you are on a tight budget or are new to PC gaming and are willing to make some sacrifices, the Nitro 5 is a viable option. Finally, I believe that the Lenovo Legion's 5 display and GPU are sufficient to keep it in demand, regardless of whether anything else could have made it a little more interesting. The display will benefit from its 60 to 100 frames per second range due to its high refresh rate, which is adequate for the price. The Legion's 5 commitment to simplicity has resulted in a well thought out design with no unnecessary cost inflating tassels. It could have been better if the cooling was quieter, the CPU was more ambitious, and or the endurance was higher. To get more comparisons of your favorite gadgets, do subscribe to our channel and do not forget to hit the bell icon.